Hello and welcome to the latest version of our webinar series about marketing advice during these crisis times. My name is Oliver Wilke. I'm the Vice President Global Sales and Client Services from Serv. Today I would like to talk about email retention and CRM marketing. You might remember that last time I talked about acquisition email marketing, how to generate more sales by using the email marketing channel. Retention and CRM marketing is mainly to address your existing clients that are already in your user database and to keep contact with them, push your loyalty programs, and also obviously upsell your different offers. The agenda for today, I would like to talk very briefly about Serv. Then I'm going to present you all the email retention and CRM tips. And then we have a Q&A session. Please use the Q&A button that you can see in your application, and feel free to address me with your questions. I've been working in the email marketing industry for some years. Now I'm operating from Asia and mainly take care of global clients worldwide. Serv. We are an international ad agency and we are specialized in customer acquisition, lead generation, and brand awareness campaigns. Our main channel is email marketing. Obviously, also we are using other channels like Google AdWords, display, social media, and mobile. We are active with data in more than 23 countries, and our data list and our services are steadily growing. Therefore, we are able to reach out to global audiences with our email lists. We are specialized on different industries, mainly hospitality, finance, e-commerce, automotive, and FMCG. Altogether, we have more than 80 audience experts worldwide. Currently, we have 6 offices with the traditional headquarters in Berlin, 3 sub-branches in Europe, mainly in Amsterdam, Barcelona, and Munich. And our Asian headquarters is in Hanoi with another branch in Singapore. Email marketing, retention, and CRM tips. Number 1, the onboarding email. Now, you might remember last time that I talked about the welcome email. The onboarding email is the same thing with a little bit more input. Now, this message will be delivered right after you have a new subscriber. It basically builds a trust with the customers, and also you stay in direct contact with them. I told you last week that the onboarding or welcome email has the highest open rate of all emails that you will ever send. It's more than 50% open rate. Now, why is that? Obviously, you catch the user at the right time. He just subscribed to your list. He just told you he wants some email information from you. So obviously, after he sent the subscribe button, you can directly follow up with an automatized email, welcoming him to your program and also assisting and informing him about the next steps. Now, here are a couple of examples. This is a welcome email after a first purchase. Now, very clearly, on the right side, you guide the subscriber and user through the next steps. So also you can add a tutorial and an FAQ. So the user is always up to date and aware about what message he will get from you. Now, obviously also, as I told you, you will reach out to many people at that time, that you can directly address a sales incentive in your welcome email. So 15% off your first purchase is a perfect example here. You should obviously add a code and a very, very clear call to action which says shop now. Also, in that email template on the right side, you see something that I also addressed last time. We call it scarcity tactic. The scarcity tactic is kind of a deadline. Your coupon expires in 48 hours. This incentivizes the user to act quickly and to directly get in touch with you or finish the sale. Now, people love to go after numbers. People love to go get a direction. Now, on the right side, very simply, is a graphic that also guides the user where he currently is. So he signed up to your newsletter program. Now, what we want to achieve now is that he gives more information. Now, in this case, obviously, it's for job offers, so it's a job portal. Submit your profile means you will get more information from the client, male, female, gender, everything you need to know in order to segment and to target your emails at a later stage will be asked here. Obviously, the user is guided by your advice and always knows at what point he is. Another very important thing is to re-engage your inactive subscribers. Now, there are different kinds of engagement that you have to be aware of. There's positive engagement and negative engagement. Obviously, everybody who is in the positive engagement side is an active user, and they're reacting to your emails. And reaction means, first and foremost, open your emails. That is the first indicator of your program, of your email program. The second indicator are the clicks. Is the user only reading your emails or also clicking through and also landing on your landing page or your website? You can even see if he turns the images on, if he scrolls to the email, or in the best case, if he shares your email and your offers on his social networks. Now, we can call those people active users. And usually they're around 30 to 40% of your database. Now, the inactive users, they're either reporting email as a spam. That also means they're thrown out of your email program automatically. This is a worst case scenario. Now, a traditional inactive user is somebody who doesn't react to your email at all. That means he will not open your email. He will not click to your email. He might even block you or move your email directly to the trash folder. Now, let's imagine you have a user database of 100,000 subscribers and you have 30,000 active users. Now, one point obviously is to reactivate the 70,000 users that are not engaging with your messages. Now, first and foremost, you should ask yourself the question, why do those users become inactive? A first indication might be the relevancy of your messages. So they do not see the need to open your messages because maybe you're not addressing them in the right way with the right products. Some of those inactive users are also just too lazy to unsubscribe. So they might put you automatically in the spam, which is the worst case, but they also just might to ignore your email. Or if you have a problem with deliverability, meaning if your messages don't enter the inbox from the user and they go directly to the spam, obviously that user never knows that you sent an email and will not react. In this case, you should optimize your email sending strategy, send more relevant emails, or get in touch with your email service provider and see why your emails are not landing in the inbox. Now, as I told you before, around 70% of your subscribers are naturally inactive. So how can we get them interested? How can we make them open your messages again? A very good example is a re-engagement email. So you should know who is inactive and active, and you should do a segmentation directly. So dig into your database, see how many people reacted in the last 6 months, and then segment inactive versus active. Set up an individual re-engagement mail for your inactive users. There's a very nice example on the right side. We've made some improvements since you've been away. Learn more and join our program again. Open our emails. You have two benefits for that. Obviously, there is a benefit in terms of sales because you should always include a good offer to these inactive users to make them active. You can also get some additional benefits by adding your social links and maybe you can get some new fans. But also, and first and foremost, you will get a good overview about who really is active or who is really activatable in your database. Another very good example on the right side, hello again, we haven't heard from you for a while. Now, this advertiser obviously also features his most dominant benefits, new products, free shipping, etc. And they also show their blog. So they are catching a couple of flies at the same time. Looking at this template also, I can recommend the ratio of text and pictures. Altogether, it's a very well-made email that will definitely reactivate a lot of users again. The last example for re-engaging inactive subscribers is the template on the right. Very simple done, but with a very dominant call to action, the red go sign, and also the information that, yes, we know that you installed our software on your browser. Now, we want to get in touch with you again and see how we can help you. Gather customer feedback. It's very important for every advertiser to reach out to your clients and find out how happy they are with your products, but also how happy they are with your marketing campaigns, especially with your email program. Don't be shy to reach out to them and connect them to a survey where you ask about all the good things and the bad things they think about your marketing campaign. Now, there are 3 steps to be taken into consideration. First of all, start collecting the feedback from your customers. You might send an email to all your customers, inactive, active, and find out what they need from you. At the end of the day, you will connect them, or you will make them land on your website, and they might fill out a little survey, which helps you as well to better segment your database. Once you have all that information ready, you need to collect the data and you need to check the data. Find recurring issues. Try to identify causes for all pain points that are existent. And then next, put your finger on the issues you have identified and find the right conclusion. Now, when you have found all of that, it's time to apply fixes to your product or to your marketing campaign. Now, one example, for example, would be the amount of emails that you're sending or the frequency of email. If a client is getting too many emails, obviously you need to know that, and you need to adapt your email marketing program based on that. If a client is telling you, we're not getting relevant emails, I'm a male and I'm receiving female products, also here you need to apply good segmentation and address the people with relevant messages. Now, you can also add a piece of HTML code in a message or in a chat and direct the user and give already pre-answers. So you can get a very rough segment and very rough feedback. Your service is too expensive, no value in your service, switch to competition, too many emails, not relevant emails. All this can be gathered very easily, and you will get very good information for your next campaign. Email personalization. This is a topic that has been on the market for ages. Now let's figure out what is a good personalization. How do you address every client on a personal level? Nobody wants to receive an email where the name is not being mentioned. Your name is not being mentioned. Nobody wants to receive an email that is not applicable for him or where the information is not important. So it starts very simple with addressing everybody with the right name. That also means that you have to have the name in your database and not just a rough email address. Now, here are the 3 steps. Obviously, for all criteria that you have in your database, you can use personalization tags. Best example, as you can see in the top left of the page, is first name, last name. There is some coding involved into that, but there's also technology that makes it very easy for you to make that minimum step. Now, this next step is the segmentation of your email list. Depending on the product that you're selling and depending on your company, there are so many different segments that you have to take into consideration. Starting from demographics like age, gender, to geographical information, what country are you addressing? And going over more to behavioral targeting, what are the interests of your client? What does he like? What is his taste? Now, once you have that all information in your technology, and once you respect this information, you can set up automatized email marketing programs that will automatically address everybody with his name and with a proper offer. Obviously, that means that you have to improve your CRM, your customer relation marketing program with a segmentation. Now, as I said, there are four main points here. Demographics, everything that the client gave to you. He gave you probably his age, his gender, his location, everything that you previously asked him when you profiled your client after subscription. Now, there is more than that. Based on the behavior on your website, based on the behavior in your email marketing newsletter, you can also generate user behavior data. This client is only interested in sales. This client is only interested in last-minute offers, etc., etc. You can also buy additional information from third-party vendors and enrich the profile of your database for each and every client. This will result in better email deliverability, better open rates, and better click rates. By doing so, you keep your contacts better organized. The outreach means the approach to your client is much easier. And you gather valuable information that will help you to sell more products and to address your contact base at a better level. On the right side, we can see a template here that is already personalized with the right name and also the right message to that person. Follow-up emails. I highly recommend not to have a static email frequency. Means it is not enough nowadays to send one email per week or one email per month statically. You have to follow up. You have to follow up on every action that the client does. You can do that manually, but obviously at a bigger scale, you need to implement a follow-up email program as well, which shows that you're still interested, which shows also that you received feedback from your client, that you make them feel valued. It's important with email marketing to stay in touch with the client and already know the next step for yourself and for him. Now, what is the structure of a follow-up email? You need a strong hook. You need to know exactly what happened before on your website. Why are you following up to a certain extent? You have to share the benefit of the client and of your program. If there's an objection also, you should handle that here, and you can do all that automatically. And the call to action obviously is buy now, get more information, or register and subscribe here. It's a mini sales page basically that your system can generate for yourself. We all know that today events or meetings are very difficult to hold. That's why webinars are the latest incentive and the latest message you should send to your client. If you have the chance to hold a webinar, if you have products to sell via webinar, if you have information that is available for your client, you can talk directly to them in a webinar and also use this to socialize with your clients. Now, how do we set up a webinar in an email program? Please keep in mind that there is a very strict structure of a webinar invitation. So there's a webinar title, there's a webinar date, who will talk to you, how can you register, and why should you attend that webinar. As a speaker, so the email template you can see on the right side, it's also, again, very well personalized with very clear instructions for the client. Now, Audience Serv is also doing webinars, as you know, because you might have registered via this newsletter. So this is a perfect example how you do it. Very good call to actions, very good colors. The when, the how to, the what, the why, and the who are all respected here. And I think the point is very well communicated to everybody. Another additional benefit, or another additional campaign plan would be to create a white paper for a client that they can download in order to get some information. That might get you new leads, that might get you new opportunities, especially a good benefit for the client. White papers are basically a written form of authority. They can educate your client to a big extent. And also they can help to build a personal brand and establish your company in the space. This applies obviously to B2B to a high extent, and in some cases also to B2C clients. You could also insert, instead of a white paper, case studies and other information to your products. Now, in every email template, you have to address the pain point. Why? And you obviously have to know the pain point. So why is it good for the user to subscribe, to do any action based on that newsletter? If there's any objection, you have to overcome them and also find the benefit for everybody that you're sending that email to. And last but not least, the thank you email. Now, what is the reason to send a thank you email? Obviously, it's the etiquette to say thank you if you get something. Now, lots of users feel unappreciated, they feel not very well supported. With a thank you email that actually shows that you saw everything that the client did at that time, you can also show that you take care and that you want to stay close to your loyal clients. This is highly automatized. So the perfect thank you email obviously is the thank you email that everybody knows as a user as well when you purchase something from a store. Now, we all know if we put our credit card in some kind of website and you buy something online, if you don't get a thank you email, you don't know what happened. You don't even know if your money was taken or where it went to. So it's mandatory to imply and apply that to your newsletter program. This is everything for today. I'm ready for the Q&As. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. If there's no question today, I would be happy to follow up with you. We're going to send you this presentation later on. We're going to put this web link online, and we're happy to support you in the future. Thank you very much for your attention, and have a good day. Bye-bye.